Okay. So basically, today's webinar is probably going to be very short, not too long at all. So, you know, I just want to dive quickly into it because last week I think we're observing and we're looking at was it not CAD USD, but I knew I can remember. I don't think we really did do any major analysis last week because we did mostly questions, right? Let me just mute everybody for a second so we don't interfere with one another. So this week, what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna do analysis. So, and then if anybody have any suggestions of any trade that they want me to check on, they can check on. They can actually post that into the chat room. So we're gonna quickly just dive in straight to analysis. And it could be slightly noisy today. My background, I have family everywhere. So um, right. So let's go. Let's start with gold. So I don't know. I haven't seen gold move in a while. Whoa. Okay, this is looking pretty okay because 32,000 new positions into the market on gold on the short side. Let's check the seasonality. I mean, I've loaded it up already, so I just want to see on the 16th. So these guys are preparing. They're preparing for this move. So gold is most likely gonna fall. Like they're preparing for the move on the 18th. So on the 18th should be Tuesday. So they're preparing for the move on Tuesday. We can see like according to the seasonality, there's gonna be a sharp drop on Tuesday, and the COT is already pointing down as well. So that literally looks good already. Let's check what probability is saying just to narrow down the exact date we should go into the trade. Hopefully we have a good probability range to go down with this. So let's quickly see what's happening. So 5th, 18th. All right. So on the 18th, we do have that drop. We have that 57% chance of a drop. On 19th, we have that pullback. And then 20, we have that drop. And then 50-50. Now, quite frankly, with a lot of people that already know the way I trade, I tend not to go for assets that have the down, up, down, up move. Now, especially now that it's with gold, with gold is going to be a little bit more challenging. So what I'm going to do is this, right? I'm gonna check gold because it's very volatile, so you have to be very careful of what's happening. And from just looking at gold, what I can see is you see this dotted line right here. There's a resistance, which is most likely gold is gonna do a double top and then start bottoming out to at least retest this the EMAs right here. So right. So what we could do is this, right? I can note down gold for the guys that already understand how to trade professionally and understand the way to maneuver the market. You might want to go into the sell of gold from the 18th because we do have that probability date 18 giving a 57% chance of a sell. So we can do that sell on the 18th and then exit. So we exit at you know, probably around the 20 EMA, most likely the 200, but I just say, let's play it safe. Let's go 20 EMA daily, right? So that's the one for gold. Straight up, analysis, straight bang on now. Super high risk. Risk. The main reason I call it a super high risk is, or it should be really like a high risk, not super high risk, to be honest. But I just for guys that are beginning, so just to put a red flag in your mind, to put a red flag in your mind that if you're not really good with the way you're trading at the moment, or if you don't really fully understand the way the market moves, then you shouldn't dive into the trade. So but the guys already understand there's a resistance level right here. I'm banking on this zone to be the resistance level. It's about 125 pips away, so 125 pips away, which price is most likely just gonna go up, give us a tail, and then kick back all the way down. All right, let's see. Someone has a question. So basically, the main reason we look at commercials and we ignore the non-commercials is simply this: majority of the big banks, the big companies that produces gold, for example, so the miners of gold, most of them, which are the people that really do control the market because they do control the demand and supply, of gold, for example. Those are the guys that we tend to focus on because they have more cash in terms of in terms of the assets than the non-commercial guys. Right. So with the COT report, some banks do fall under the commercials, big banks, even some central banks. You'll be quite surprised that there. So major companies will fall under here. Major tech companies like Samsung, Apple, for example, will fall under the commercial guys. So those are the commercial uses of the product which we currently have, which is the commodity of gold. Now, the non-commercial guys are people, some of the hedge funds, for example, some banks fall under this category as well, and retail traders fall in this category. So mainly the small guys are here while the big boys are here. So if these guys are dropping 1 billion or 2 billion into the market, these guys might be dropping 500 million into the market. I would bank on these guys more than banking on these guys because these guys have more cash and they have more size, position size. I mean, you can just look at the size of their position, 338,000 compared to this. Now, keep in mind, sometimes it's not exactly the same, as both of them. Some of them, the volume of this position might be much heavier than this, but have a small numbers of trades in the market. So in that regards, I mainly focus more on the commercial than the non-commercial guys because this guy seems to be a lot more accurate than these guys are in the market. That's why I choose those guys most of the time. I mean, and if we look at when you see. No, for all currencies, exactly for all currencies, not just gold alone. Every single currency, we tend to focus on that. Let me give you an example. So I'm just gonna take out okay, let's use this as an example, for example. So now if you look at this part right here, when they went all long, right? A lot of them went long. Now keep in mind these is in weeks, right? This is not days, this is weeks or not hours. So see when they're at the peak right here, look at what happened to the price. The top here is the price of gold, while here is their positions. And see what happened. Price tend to move up, right? Just not too long after that, price tend to move up. Now let's look at the next peak right here. Right here, you can see not too long after that, price tend to move up. So basically, what we want to really bang on in this situation is when they get to the peak. Let's see another example. So I've done this one. I've done so right here, price tend to move up just a little bit. So at least that still give us about 3 to 4 weeks move. Right, let's look at here, for example. See when they're here, price tend to move up not too long afterwards. These are weeks, so it could move up for like 4 weeks straight. Sometimes it move up a lot more, sometimes just a little. So right here, they move a little bit up again. Right here, they move up, pulled back a little bit, but continue the up move. So right here as well, a little bit of up move. I think you're getting the drift right here. I mean, this is slightly lower than that, but it fell. So it's not every time accurate, but they're mostly accurate. See where they got to the peak as well? They they go up. Get here to the peak, they go up. Here, look at the peak right here. Why the non-commercials are the blue guys? You see the blue guys are saying sell, sell, sell. These guys are telling you buy. Look at what happened to the market. You understand? Mainly we focus on the peaks. I don't really focus on their dips, but I focus mainly on the pips. But the way I've adapted their strategy, the same thing occurred right here as well. You see, gone peak and then that, and here as well happened, here as well happened. So these guys are a lot more accurate than these guys. But the COT report is meant for long-term use, not short-term uses. You understand? So the way I adapted in the short-term uses, I look at a price change in a week and use that for our analysis because we can't say, okay, because of this trade now we have to wait years. Let's say, for example, the time this happened was 2015, it's up move. We can't wait till 2018 to say, okay, when gold gets back to this point, that's when we take the trade. So we can't be waiting for their entire collective to be very super high before we make moves. So that's why I use it weekly. I mainly use it weekly just to see, okay, what's the small changes that they do? Is the COT, is the seasonality in alignment with that? If the seasonality is in alignment with that, then I take that trade. So does anybody else have any questions regarding the COT report? If you do, please feel free to ask. I would go through it. If not, I'll just look for another analysis. So right now we have gold for guys that already experienced super high risk trade. We will sell that on the 18th, exit on the 20 EMA on the daily. I mean, the move is meant to last anyway till about uh 29th, 29th of the month. So about the end of the month. But I just want to play super safe. I don't want to, say, we played in a safe manner. So I want to play super safe and say we go in there, we just get out here because we most likely gonna face some support right here. So if we look at it right there, on the 200, that's 497 pips. If you look at it around here, I mean, I want to go in around here anyway. So it's about 549 pips or 530 pips or 614 pips. So that's that. Now let's go to the next asset. Let's see what we can find again. And I know I haven't been really posting trades that I make on the Telegram group like the way I used to do before. Before I used to post it every week. I don't want to be setting impressions every single time to people. That's why I like refrain from doing that. And I notice like it seems like because I don't do that not much, engagement kind of reduces. But I would see how to balance that up in due time. So next one we look at is we look at these guys, commercials on the Swiss franc. So they're banking on the short side and seeing that they've taken out positions from their long side, meaning that there should be a little bit more selling power to be in play right here. Now, uh, overall the long position is still there, but I would just want to focus on just the changes and see what's up with the changes. So let's see if Swiss franc is gonna actually have a short sell in this. So let me check. Let's see, 20 the 16th. So what we can see right here, 16th as of today. So Swiss franc is gonna probably be weak till about 18th. Now that's just 2 days trade. I tend not to go for 2 days. I like 3 days. 3 days seems to be a lot more better for me. But you know, overall we can still look into Swiss franc. Let's see the combination of what we can find for CHF. Okay, let's go CHF. So okay, it's all highlighted in the fourth section. So we're going short. So I'm just going to close that just to give myself space. All right, let's see what we can find. All right, let's see. So with CHF, so we're looking to short, right? So we're gonna be shorting from ideally tomorrow. So tomorrow is 17th, right? So all right. So on the 17th, we have that 52% sell, but we have a buy immediately on the 18th that kicked in. So if we look at this, right, where's that? Now let's see. So on the 18th, right here, we can see based on the 5 years, we can see that tiny pullback in play. Then it continues a short, but I don't want to risk it. So it's literally giving me just a very, very small amount of time, to trade. Hold on, guys. Apologies. As I said, I have family around, so I'm getting a little bit of calling in the background. Right. So basically, uh, yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a second. Thank you. So basically, with the CHF, with the CHF JPY, I would just say let's just stay away from that. Let's move on to Euro CHF. We'll get to GBP CHF and number in a bit. Now let me just quickly just run through this rest in the order so I don't confuse anything. Uh, so with Euro CHF, so we have that Euro on the buy, and we have 50%, then we have 58. So in aspect, to be quite frank, because it's still May and because we're looking for CHF to be weak, so Euro has to be strong. Euro CHF still seem to be fair compared to the rest. Okay, so Euro CHF seems to be a bit more fair than that. So we can actually say Euro CHF. Now keep in mind this is I do not really trade this way. So I tend to wait to find a proper alignment in at least 3 days. But these for the guys that I noticed some people already do have good enough experience with this already. So I can point this out to these guys that want to take a higher risk trade compared to the guys that are taking lower risk trade. So um, Let's quickly look for the Euro CHF right here. So that's it right there. So now with the Euro CHF, what we can see is it's saying that Euro is going to have some strength on Monday. But what I'm looking at right here, look, I'm seeing prices most likely going to pull down here. Prices most likely going to get to the 200 moving average right here. And from here to here is only 37 pips. So I can take that trade, or I I practically do not like the way the setup looks. Even though my CO2 report shows me it's good, seasonality doesn't really give me the optimum sell because it's giving me few days. It's only giving me about, if we go into night, so if we count tonight going into night, it's giving me up to Tuesday. So it's a very small amount of move. So I mean, we can go into night and say, what, price is most likely going to retest here one more time. But it's about 27, 26 pips. So if it's something you want to risk, you can go into it. But I personally won't just risk a lot for that small amount of move. It doesn't seem risk worthy. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, thanks, bro. So yeah, so with this one, I'm just not really gonna go for that. So let's check USD. Right. Um. So USD, CHF, right now, this looks a little more better. So we have that 57, 59, 56, 65. Now, keep in mind, USD economy has been shambles, man. The thing has been not working right in the foreign exchange market anyway, because it's been losing strength. I've noticed that a lot since the past few weeks, and we might see it kick back. I'm not sure, but yeah. So with this one, for example, I can see that happening. We can see like there's a support level right here. Price is most likely going to come here and then re-kick back to the upside. So price is going to re-kick back to the upside. So we're going to probably see price touch the support region right here and go back up. So with this one now, I could say, USD CHF, that would be a buy, right? So that's a buy from, let's say, tonight or tomorrow. Let's just call it tomorrow. Let's say 17th, for example. So, and then you want to really exit this by the 18th, just a day trade. Now, for the guys that know me, I do not take 1 day trades, but for the guys that just want to really scalp and just take some stuff out of it. So this is something to go for. 18th. Yeah, so we call that medium risk. It's medium. It's not that too much. So medium risk, right? So that's that with that one. I mean, you can go in here. I mean, I will probably take my exit around here, around the red line right here. So just at the tip of the daily candle right here. So I'm expecting price to go wick to the downside touch here, and then run back up and then come back around 51 pips profit. I mean, ideally, price might get to 20 EMA right here, but I just want to bank on just a tip right here. Price retest where it broke out from. So that's that. So now let's go to CAD and then we'll go to GBP as requested. All right. So we go to that, and then so we have the same kind of scenario right here. We have that 70% buy, 56% buy, then a pullback, then buy. So what we can do is this, right? We can do CAD looking for the buy in that. Now this is a little bit more beautiful because I can see there's a support region right here. Now what we can see, it's already done a double top right here, so trying to clear the guys that went in here out. Most likely, ideally, this will fall very soon. I mean, if we look at the CHF seasonality, we can see price is most likely going to consolidate for a little while and then start kicking off from about the first of next month, which would then send this falling. But for now, we can probably capitalize on just a small amount of move, nothing too much, it's nothing too major. I'll probably exit right here again, as I've said before. So 45 pips on this one, CAD CHF. So we can do CAD CHF buy. So same risk apply. I'm just gonna do just same thing. So same thing applies to that one, and then let's check GBP, right? So GBP CHF. Someone requested this. I don't think I need to run through the rest of it. You know, so with GBP CHF, what we can actually see in this one and that is this looks like it's gonna fall. You know, I'm looking at the same date right here. So this looks as if it is gonna fall. You know, it's gonna go down. And so yeah, with GBP CHF, it's really not advisable for me to, you know, pop into this trade. So I'm just gonna let that slide. I can leave the AUD and the NZD out of it if you know, because I just for time's sake, so I find another asset
Maybe.
valuation. Let me just yeah. So it, do you have a question? I see someone meet himself. Do you have a question? All right. Someone just mute your mic. Akinola, please keep your mic on mute, please. Thank you. Right. Uh, right. So with this one, let me just quickly see if I can run through this as well. Yeah, AUD not looking good as well. I mean, it gives me the buy on Tuesday, so that's a no go. As the CHF, let's see what that gives. Right. So right. So uh right. Nah, this doesn't look good as well, so we let that go. So does anyone have any assets you want me to look into, or should I just continue going through the sequence? Let me know if you have any asset you want me to look into. I don't want to, you know, just keep going if you have something else that you want to check. JPY, just a little bit of buying power there, so I'm not really looking for that. I want something much massive. Okay, Euro. Now this looks good. They're taking out all the position from the short side. They're pumping all the position to they're taking out their position from the long side, they're pumping all their position into the short side. So that looks good. See someone has some say Euro GBP. All right, good. This beautiful. You point out Euro. So looking at the COT report, what we can see is that these guys are going more short this time around. All right, let's check Euro GBP on Friday. All right. Um. All right. Let me see. Can't find Euro GBP right here. Right, found it. Someone's mic is unmuted. Akiola, you might need to mute your mic, or I might have to kick you out, bro. If your mic comes to mute one more time, I'm gonna kick you out, bro. Right. So Euro GBP, right. This is the move, right? So basically, what we can see the buying power, but look, it does have friction. It does really have friction right here. You see, it hit this resistance point and then kick back down. So there's literally several resistance in play for these assets. So with there's a 50, there's a 20, and this on daily. You know, there's a resistance point around this 0.86169. So there's resistance right there. There's resistance right here. Resistance right here. So what I can see though is most likely price might actually fall on this one. You know, you can see the selling power come into play, but the buys cannot even compete with what just came into play right here. So, and from what you've seen on the COT report, these guys are dumping euro. So if they're dumping euro, you're most likely going to see euro tumble down. Let's see if that is in alignment with seasonality. Because if it's in alignment with seasonality, it makes a lot more sense that way. Then I can understand why they're dumping it. If not, then you know it's gonna be something scary. Someone just came unmuted again, man. Bro, I'm gonna kick you out. Sorry, man. You rejoin back later. All right. So so see on the 16th, which is today. So basically what these guys are preparing for, they're preparing for this dump right here. Euro should be dumping anyway. So let me check. So when did this happen? So between the 7th and the 8th, right? 7th and okay, 7 and 10. Let's see what's saying. So between the 7 and 10, right? We missed this move. So this move happened between 7 and 10, which is 7th was here, 8th was right here. So yeah, that dump that happened on the 10th is based on this fall that's meant to happen. So that's why we had that dump right here. Just quickly dump it. You know, now pulling back, it's gonna dump again. So all right, 16th is today, so that's probably gonna fall to 18th and then pull back. Ideally, I would like to trade this on the 21st rather than go in right now. So let me see when it's 21st. That's Friday. So you know this could dump on Friday, but it could dump even slightly earlier than that. So we can actually go in on 17th. Let me see. It's kind of like them ones you go in quickly, you escape and then come back again. So, I think what's gonna happen is probably price would probably make it to 20 EMA, most likely make it to there, but might get stuck here and then just dump to this region, consolidate a little bit, then dump further. So we're probably gonna see something like this. So this type of pattern in play. There's a possibility we'll see this type of pattern in play. Let me just take that out right. So we're gonna see something like this, and then price falls in here somewhere, and then does this kind of bounce, and then dump right there straight. Uh, yeah, something like that exactly. So like an M pattern, and we're probably gonna see that just happen, and then it's quickly dump into that. So just get a little more precision on this one. Let me see GBP. This is where the okay. This is where the stuff gets a little bit of interesting. Let me see. Right, right. So it's telling me most likely on Tuesday is my best option. So Tuesday, Wednesday should be my best option. And even the Friday that I'm expecting the dump to happen, it's giving me the highest probability of a buy there. Now this might play out that way, this might not play out that way, but now this already gives a risk. This gives a risk already. This gives a risk to it. So now I can say, you know what, I ignore the probability and just, you know what, I want to brave it and go out with the way I'm suspecting. So this is where kind of like price action comes into play and experience and technical analysis come into play when all the fundamental tools does not align the way you want it, you know. So you probably have to just kind of brave this one out. Uh, the trade looks good unless I'm checking the wrong date. Let me check if I'm checking the right date. Yeah. So the trade looks good, but on the 17th doesn't really look good for the 17th. So yeah, that's you see Euro news coming on Friday is most likely gonna dump Euro. Yeah, so most likely it will dump Euro on Friday. So this dump, it's happened according to the average, right, over time. It's happened according to 20 years, 5 years, and 15 years. So this has happened for 20 years, most likely consistently. So you're probably gonna see a dump in Euro on that Friday. If there's a Euro news on Friday. So we can actually say we wait to Friday to go into it, but the challenge there is this, right? This is giving me a buy on Friday with probability, but looking at these guys, this is a massive swing to the downside. I mean, let me check. Yeah, this is more than the normal step. They've been coming down in steps with Euro. They came down heavy right here. They came down in steps for like 3 weeks straight, and then they came down heavy again. Now, the main reason I would even stick more with these guys is these guys are buying. A lot of these guys are buying. So a lot of people are expecting Euro to go up. So a lot of retail traders are expecting Euro to go up. So for that reason, these guys, central banks and big companies like Apple, Amazon that operate within this zone, most of them will probably be dumping, and share companies, even Goldman Sachs and all those guys might be dumping this. So this might most likely dump. Yeah, but that's what's most likely going to happen. And these guys are going to get confused a little bit while that dump, comes into play with that. But it is still risky. I mean, with this, yeah, that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna raid people, right, to gather liquidity, as you just already suggested right here. It's gonna gather liquidity and then use that money to dump. So these guys need to take money off somebody, right? So they're gonna take their money off these guys. They use that to create liquidity and then they'll dump the asset. So with this one, for example, that's most likely what's gonna happen. Let's check another Euro asset that might be a little bit complicit to what we're looking for. So with the guys, you can trade the Euro GBP. I can't really say it's precise date to go, but Friday seems to be your best option. I don't want to choose it because of probability and everything like that. So right. So let's go Euro. All right. So Euro CHF. We go Euro JPY. We might not have much more time, so I'm just gonna run through Euro. Maybe if I find any other asset to run through, we'll run through that as well. So let's see. All right. So what I can see is that's question. Yeah, we do not have much time anymore. We have 10 minutes left. Euro CAD. Yeah, we'll run through that too. So let's see what we can find here. It's in May. So euro. So we're looking for euro to fall. So with this, doesn't really give us a good opportunity. On Friday, it's giving us 75% of a buy of euro and CHF. So I'm just gonna exit that one. Let's check euro JPY. This is a challenge you face sometimes. Everything doesn't really align the way you want it. So sometimes you just have to let the trade go. Just get the satisfaction of seeing it, do what you want it to do. But because of the probability data only comes out once every year. So before this catch up, it's gonna be a while. So with this, doesn't look good as well. So euro, USD, euro, USD, um, 50-50. So yeah, so with euro USD, for example, euro USD gives us that dump on Friday. Then it continued on to the next Monday. Then I think a pullback and play, and then 50-50. So with this, for example, euro USD, I can say on Friday I could dump euro USD on Friday. I would exit on Friday as well because there'll be a pullback after the dump, guaranteed. So I call it medium. It's not 3 days that I like it, so I'm just gonna medium risk. Keep in mind this: before euro USD drop, this asset is very, very crazy because it's the most manipulated asset in the world, right? And it's the most traded as well in terms of forex pairs. It's probably gonna kick to the upside, then dump. So you have to be very careful with that one. You just want to be patient, you know. So breakouts would be your best option with that one. So this also doesn't really give me a good Euro AED, doesn't really give me a good. So I'm looking for something clean in the sell side. I'm just looking for an asset that will be strong enough to keep kicking it down. So right, cool. Look, Euro CAD. Now CAD looks good. Monday, Tuesday, good, and then pulls back. Then Wednesday, Thursday, then boom. So EuroCAD, for example, might follow this kind of pattern that we're expecting. So we're gonna have that, then pull back on the 18th, right? Let me check. Is that um 18th? It didn't actually pull back on the 18th, pull back on the 19th right here, which makes sense because you look 18th pulls back all the way till 21st, right? So which is let me see right here, and then dumps. So Euro CAD is a good option. I actually favor Euro CAD. This one can be sold on Monday. Exit Tuesday. I don't want to tell you to write it back up and then go down, just in case these guys don't, if it keeps dumping on that one. So let me see. Okay, so euro is actually kind of struggling. Now, this is where I want to be very careful. What you can see right here is price has actually been consolidating. This is not really a trend. This is a consolidation. It's been consolidating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 2 weeks. So most likely it's waiting to be kicked by this EMA right here. So I'll probably just wait with this one. Wait till Friday actually. So I'm just gonna slash that out. So I'm just gonna put that Friday. Exit Monday. Uh, yeah, right. Yeah, put down medium. The main risk I did that, guys, is this could actually fall, but from looking at this is why the EMA is actually very helpful. I can see that price has stalled. So why did price stall? Price hasn't really had the opportunity to pull back from what happened to it right here, right? So most likely what price is going to do is price is going to pull back and try to test the 20 EMA and then start running down and probably run down to maybe here or maybe even run back all the way down to here, you know. So long, you mean you want to go up? Do you want to go up? When would you like to go up? Let me see. Up, up. It's risky, very risky from what I can see. Oh, you don't want to go up. You said long. I don't understand what you mean by long. Do you mean long-term trade it? Yeah, longs means buy, right? So that's what I'm saying. Do you want to buy EuroCAD? Because if you want to buy, that's risky. I only have one time that it shows me buy, which is on the 19th right here. I mean, the long I can see you can play out is 18th all the way till 21st. Uh, uh okay. I'm kind of not following anymore. You said long, right? Which you said it means buy, which is correct. But you said you don't want to buy EuroCAD. I don't understand. Yeah, yeah, we're selling. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to sell it, right? What we can see right here is the short from the commercial side. You know, they're putting 15,000 new positions to the sell side, and they're taking 7,000 away from that. You can see the open interest. They're more interested in the short side. 75% of their position is going short. Yeah, yeah. On Monday, the main reason I changed it on Monday is this, right? I looked at at what's playing out right here, and I can see that look, price is just not moving. It's been consolidating, right? Price has been ranging for a while. So what I tend to notice from experience is when price ranges like that, it will try to pull away. Look right here, for example, price ranged around here for a little while, ranged a little bit here and then quickly ran all the way up and then came back down. So most likely you're probably going to see the same thing. It probably is going to run more than this high. And if it does run more than this high, it's probably going to hit the 20 moving average. So that's what I'm expecting. Price runs a little bit up and then goes down. I mean, price could come on Monday and just start falling straight and try to get to this level. That could happen. But because of I don't want to really risk it, I would rather take the pleasure of saying I was correct than risk it. So that's why I'm saying, I'll go in on that time. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So just wait for the 20 EMA and then just dump from there. I'd rather just be secure, just like something like this. Price consolidate a little bit, run up, test the EMA down, run up, test the EMA down, run up, test the EMA down. You understand? Run up, broke it, and then gave back up. It didn't really touch the 200, came down, down, down. So probably it's gonna retest here again, right? Okay. So that's why I'm saying Friday. Now, we do not have much time anymore. I mean, time is probably it's gone. I mean, I think I did touch the. Someone told me to check Euro Summit, Euro GBP, right? Euro. Uh, Someone told me to touch Euro. Yeah, EuroCAD. So yeah, so I already touched EuroCAD already. So that's about it, guys. So that's about it for today's webinar. There's really just one left to touch here, which is this one, and from the looks of it, it doesn't really give me anything that I want anyway. So that's it. So that's it, guys. Thank you for attending today's webinar, and I'm gonna catch you in the chat room. If you have any questions, just dump it in the chat room. We're gonna talk. So these are the trades to look out for. Keep in mind these some of them are risky. You can take a screenshot of this, and that's what we're gonna be looking at this week. I might probably find some more later on, but that's about it. So take care of yourself, guys. If you have any questions, shoot me a message on Telegram, and then I'm gonna speak to you there, or yeah, Telegram would be the best option. You can come on the website and have a chat with someone on the website as well. There's a chat box on the website somewhere. But yeah, if you need membership and if you need the tools and the stores, you can actually go to the website, so business.damempire.co.uk, and then just click on the pricing section and you can get the tools right there. All right, take care of yourself, guys, and then God bless you all. Thank you for attending. All right.